Most people think delaying investing is harmless. I'll start later, they say. I just need more money. I'll do it when life feels more stable. It sounds reasonable, responsible, even. But that single decision, waiting just 5 years, can quietly cost you an enormous amount of money over your lifetime. Not because the market crashes, not because you make terrible decisions, but because time is the one thing investing can never replace. Waiting feels smart because it feels safe. You're avoiding risk. You're avoiding mistakes. You're telling yourself you'll start when conditions are better. The problem is that investing doesn't reward perfect timing. It rewards time in the market. People spend years waiting for the right moment, not realizing that the right moment is usually invisible until it's already gone. Imagine two people who invest the exact same amount every single month. They follow the same strategy. They earn the same average returns. They show the same discipline. The only difference between them is when they begin. One person starts investing at 25. The other waits until 30. At first, the difference is barely noticeable. The numbers are small. The growth feels slow. It almost seems like starting earlier doesn't matter that much. But compounding is deceptive. It doesn't impress you at the beginning. It saves its power for later. Those early years of investing quietly build the foundation for everything that comes after. The money earned in the first 5 years doesn't just grow on its own. It multiplies the growth of every dollar added later. When you skip those early years, you're not just delaying progress. You're removing the most powerful years of the entire process. Another common reason people delay investing is income. They believe investing only makes sense once they earn more money. I'll start when I get a better job. I'll start after my next raise. I'll start once things are more comfortable. The logic sounds solid. More income should make investing easier. But in reality, higher income almost always brings higher spending, better housing, nicer food, more subscriptions, more convenience. The money that was supposed to be invested quietly gets absorbed by lifestyle upgrades. And because investing never became a habit, it keeps getting pushed further into the future. Your future self isn't more disciplined. They're just dealing with more responsibilities. Fear is another powerful reason people wait. Fear of losing money. Fear of buying at the wrong time. Fear of making a mistake they can't undo. So they sit on the sidelines, holding cash, waiting for clarity. But historically, the cost of missing the market's best days is far greater than the cost of experiencing short-term losses. Markets fall, but they also recover. Corrections happen. Crashes pass. Time, however, never comes back. Doing nothing feels calm and controlled. But mathematically, it's one of the most dangerous positions you can take over the long term. Money can be earned again. Mistakes can be corrected. Even bad investment decisions can often be fixed. Time cannot. When you delay investing, you're not just postponing returns. You're deleting years of compounding that you will never get back, no matter how hard you work later. No raise, no promotion, no hustle can fully replace lost time in the market. The solution isn't complex or flashy. It's starting before you feel ready. You don't need perfect knowledge. You don't need confidence. You don't need the perfect plan. You need consistency, automation, and patience. Start small, even if the amount feels insignificant. Invest regularly, even when it feels boring. Remove emotion from the process as much as possible. The most powerful investment strategy is often the one that feels uneventful, the one that quietly runs in the background while you focus on living your life. Waiting 5 years doesn't feel like a dramatic choice in the moment, but over decades, it becomes one of the most expensive decisions you can make. The earlier you start, the less pressure you place on yourself later. The less you have to rely on luck. The less stress timing creates. In investing, starting early doesn't just help a little. It fundamentally changes the outcome. Because time is not just a factor in investing. It is the factor.